Hey, this is BT with my Indy MotoGP review. And the ironic thing about this is I live in Indy, that's my town, and I didn't get my bike out once for Bike Week, for the week of MotoGP. And I got to do this really quick because I got to go to work. I got to catch some transportation to get out of town. So anyway, it's real quick. The week exhausts me. I love MotoGP, you guys know, with a passion. But man, I'm exhausted. You can tell by my voice. If you watch my videos online, yeah, it's real. Yeah, the struggle was real. Had a great time. What can I say? We all love GP. That's why you're watching. So let me get to this real quick. Moto3 race was about as crazy as I've ever seen. I'm watching the race. I don't hear it, but I'm watching it, and all these guys come in. You have to understand, the rain came right as they're coming out for to go into the grid. So they had a decision to make right then and there. It was enough rain, it was annoying, and it's like, do I go on slicks or do I burn up my tires with the rain tires? And some people, and a lot of the field made a bad decision. They didn't make a bad decision. The crew chiefs made a bad decision. But it was, the great thing about that was watching the entire crew, like the guys that hold the signs up. They go sprinting down the length of a football field, American football field. I know a lot of people football over in Europe, but they sprint down the equivalent of American football field to get to their pits and change the tire, which I thought was hilarious. I mean, it wasn't funny to them, but to me, to watch the guy just go full speed, knowing he hadn't ran that fast since he was a kid. So it was great to watch. It was a crazy race. I feel bad for Danny Kent. A lot of those guys, crews screwed those guys over. Danny Kent is one of them. I mean, they acted like it was a day at the park, like, okay, we'll just change the tire. Hey, man, by the way, you want some tea? Would you like some tea? I got some crumpets here. You want some cream? What do you want? I mean, he was in a race, and they acted like it was like a day at Walmart. I mean, it was unbelievable how they left him out to dry like that. So his crew did him wrong, but it was great to see Livio Loy get his first victory. If you don't know Livio Loy was with Mark VDS. They dropped him. They said you were the problem. He said no, the bike's the problem. But if they say you're the problem and they pay you, well, guess what? You get fired. So he got fired, and Livio Loy won. He was so happy and great. It was just great to see a podium with new people on it, and Livio Loy earned that victory. Say what you want, he earned that victory. God bless him. He made the right decision. He stayed out on slicks. He stayed out of trouble, got his first victory. God bless him. Philip Erdo, good for him. And also John McPhee, man. Those guys, I'm very happy for them. So good for them. Move on to Moto2. Moto2 surprises. They went back in time to the best race of the season. Great job, Moto2. They were going at it. I thought it was awesome. I was hoping my boy Dominic Agurda was going to get the victory. He looked great the entire race. And Zarco, I don't know, he must have pissed Zarco off or something, or teased him about his shoes being too tight. Because Zarco came in and did some aggressive moves. Dirty, I don't know, it's racing. But the second move he did, when he hit Dominic, it threw him off, and he lost the play. He lost the podium. And Dominic needed that podium. But that's racing. So good. You got to give Zarco credit, man. Zarco, I didn't he was that tough. You know what I mean? He's had a great season this season, but Zarco's aggressive now, and it's a new Zarco. I mean, you can see it in his body language and how he races, and it's no longer I'm Zarco and my shoes are too tight. It's Zarco like, hey, you want to bang handlebars? Let's bang handlebars. Or more like, if you bang handlebars, I'll bang handlebars. I don't care. I mean, that's how he is. He went a good job for him, but Alex Rins is the man to watch in Moto2. He's the only one who realistically has a shot at beating Zarco. And I think Zarco is kind of afraid of, although he has a 56-point advantage, I think he's kind of afraid of Alex Rins. Alex Rins is smooth, and he's coming into his own. If you like Alex Rins, he's coming into his own. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens, man. I mean, in Moto2, hey, you're only going wide away from losing some points. As you can ask about Sam Lowe's. Sam Lowe's had a great weekend, then he crashed. I felt so bad for the guy. Anyway, moving on MotoGP. If you watch MotoGP, you saw, if Lorenzo gets out, usually he's going to gap him, and that's going to be it. And I thought Marquez played him perfectly. Marquez let him get the lead, And I just thought it was beautiful how he followed him, he stalked him, and he saw, kind of like Marquez did Rossi and Aston. Marquez is learning, he's getting more mature. You got to give it to the kid, man. He's more mature. I mean, I think in times past he would have tried to get he tried to make the pass earlier, but he followed Lorenzo and he stalked him and he stalked him until finally it was time to go, and he made the move. It was clean, and even though he's 50, he's also 56 points out too. I think my notes. He's 56 points out also, but I really think he's got the attention of Rossi and Lorenzo. If only he had a teammate to help him. He's got to go to Danny and go, hey Danny, look, you know what, man? Seriously, I'm sick of you. All you got to do is place in front of the Hondas. That's all you got to do. Don't even try to beat me. Don't even try to beat me. Just beat the Hondas. That's all I ask you to do. I mean, beat the Yamahas. All I ask you to do. And he can't even do that. He's got one job to do now, and he can't even do that. One job to do. Seriously. But he did race Rossi tough. I will give him that. He came back at Rossi, and Rossi qualifies bad. And that's what hurts Rossi in the beginning, because by then Lorenzo and Marquez were out in front of him. But I thought the race was good. I like the MotoGP race. I thought Moto2 was better. And props to Franco Morbidelli. Got his first podium. Props to that guy. He's been doing well. I think Rossi's ranch, Rossi has going on, is going to bring the Italians back to prominence. Good for him. But I thought Franco Morbidelli was the racer of Moto2. Got his first podium. Got to give it to that kid. Moto3, got to give it to Livio Lloyd for racer of the race for Moto3. And for MotoGP, you got to get to Marquez, man. Great job. So it's interesting to see what happens to Paul Espargaro for running into Cal Crutchlow. Race direction has to do something. I mean, I know it's the Spanish championships, kind of, so to speak, but he's got to do something. You can't just use your motorcycle as a weapon. So anyway, Paul said he didn't see him there on his line, but it was a straight line. It was a straightaway. How do you not see somebody on a straightaway? It's a straightaway. Anyway, I thought the racing was pretty good. I really loved the GP race. I love how Marquez is maturing. 56 points back, but 8 races left. It's racing, man. You never know what happens. Lorenzo gained some points from Rossi. Rossi's cleaning up points, man. He's cleaning up. It's going to be great to see him. Bruno, listen, I got to go. Sorry this wasn't long enough or whatever, but I had to do this on the fly. Like I said, it was an exhausting week at Indy. It's a good problem to have. It was great to go there. If we might not have it, the rumor is it's not, MotoGP is not coming back to Indy. We'll see. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that. Thanks for all the comments on my videos. If you watch them on Facebook and everything. So I really appreciate it. You guys have a good day and feedback always. Thank you so much. BT MotoGP BT TV.